The world's most powerful console is becoming the world's most powerful joke. Of course, Halo Infinite is the de facto title that Microsoft is banking on this holiday season, and it looks like it's getting another downgrade. This thing is launching with less features than anyone could have possibly imagined, and it's not a good look for Microsoft. I cannot wait to get into this topic. I can't wait to do this video. I'm sure you guys are going to enjoy it. This is a video you won't want to miss. Hey there everyone, I'm the Crapgamer, and this of course is Crapgamer Reviews, your home for gaming news, opinion, reviews, and much more. You'll probably notice a few cool changes around here, but that should not stop you from giving us a like and possibly consider subscribing if you haven't already done so. Thank you so much for choosing to spend some of your free time with me and my silly little YouTube channel. Now, at the end of the day, a lot of people don't realize this about me, but I'm a huge Halo fan. Halo was the main reason that I bought an Xbox way back in 2001, and I've never looked back. I've had some of the best memories ever gaming on Halo games with my friends and family. I can still go back to Halo Reach, playing it on my Xbox 360 Slim, and being able to enjoy playing that all night with 4 people. You know, it was myself, my brother, and 2 friends. We stayed up all night, beat the game. It was just a fantastic experience. Halo 3 was another great experience. I think 2007 might have been one of the biggest and best years of all time for video games, where you had Halo 3 came out, Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare, BioShock. There was just so many great games. Assassin's Creed, Mass Effect, a lot of amazing titles and IP released that year, and I never look back. Halo has always been one of my favorite games. Now, I understand and truly grasp that Halo is a multiplayer game as well as a single player game. Many people forget that Halo was all about the single player because the first game did not have multiplayer in the way that we have multiplayer now. So obviously some things have changed, and now we have 343 taking over for Bungie, and there's a lot of things that are missing from this game. I'm not saying that it's going to be a terrible game. I won't know personally how the game is until after they patch in co-op for the campaign, because I played through every one of them. Was looking forward to playing through this one with my brother as well, and they took that feature out. It's not going to be ready for launch, so even after a delay, it's not ready for launch. That's not the worst part of it though. They actually came out and announced something else is happening, and another feature is getting left out, and this is really a feature that I think Microsoft and a lot of fanboys hyped up leading up to the launch of the Xbox Series X, and to date it just hasn't delivered. Halo Infinite 343 says ray tracing is a top priority after launch, but it's not going to be there on console or PC at launch. Halo Infinite will not launch with ray tracing on PC or Xbox Series X, but developer 343 Industries says it's one of the studio's top development priorities post-launch. In a blog post, 343 announced that AMD is the game's PC partner, with the two pursuing a close long-term partnership with Halo across both engineering and marketing efforts. While saying that the partnership was helped the team optimize the game from everything from high-powered PCs to much older hardware, 343 added that, quote, "We've identified opportunities for additional configuration options, performance tweaks, and memory improvements across both PC as well as console, and we're working together on more optimization solutions that should benefit all platforms." One of those additional opportunities, according to them, is ray tracing. 343 had already told IGN that ray tracing wouldn't come in the launch version of the game, and this blog post reconfirms that. Despite the game having received a year's delay since the interview, instead, the AMD partnership will seemingly help the feature be added later. And I quote, "We're looking forward to working closely with AMD to bring ray tracing to Halo Infinite. Ray tracing is one of our top development priorities post-launch, and we look forward to sharing more soon." The blog post in this specific version talks about the PC version of the games. They asked for a comment on the console version, and they said that it's going to affect that as well. Obviously, Halo Infinite is going to be reaching and releasing here in December, but until that particular point, we keep having to look at things that aren't coming with this game. Despite the fact that this video game has been in production for over 6 years with a alleged rumored budget of over $500 million. And before people attack me for saying $500 million budget and how that would be crazy, let's look at it this way. This game is supposed to last 10 years. A normal Halo game would cost what, between 150 $200 million, and you would get one every 3 years. You might actually be saving money by saying that this game cost $500 million. On top of that, this game had a new engine. Well, it's not a completely new engine. It is an engine kind of slapped over the old engine, which was the Blam engine, and now it's, slightly modified so that they could get it out, which obviously takes time and money as well. And that's not counting all of the different advertising, getting Halo out there on Monster Energy drinks and Pop-Tarts and all that kind of stuff. It's something that comes with the territory. But when we look at the things that this Halo isn't launching with, I find it to be pretty unacceptable from a fan standpoint, not a hater standpoint, from a fan standpoint, that this game itself is launching without co-op campaign. It's launching without ray tracing. And ray tracing isn't a huge deal, but the fact that a game that has been delayed already over a year and said that it was going to be not launching with ray tracing at launch last year either and would come later, I just don't understand where the discord is in there from, the launch point of view to then. How is it still not ready? How is, campaign co-op still not ready? How is a lot of these different things still not ready? How is Forge not ready? How is that XP situation still the way that it is, given everything that we know? And how is it that we still have no clue what the campaign looks like all this time later? It's baffling to me that anybody would be accepting of such lackluster effort. And maybe it'll be good. This isn't an indication that it's going to be horrible per se, but this is just going to say that, they could probably do much better, and they could do a much better job of letting people know what's going on. I feel like that's really where we've kind of suffered, and they've dropped the ball. I hope that they can get out there and do something that just blows us all away, and I hope that Halo can be redeemed. But much like with the Gears of War franchise, I feel like 343's Industries is like the Coalition in that they're more of a cover band than an actual studio that can actually handle what Halo is all about. And it's the same thing with the Coalition with Gears of War. They tried to do something with it and they failed at it, and now we're going to have kind of a prolonged absence from having that game actually being something that we can play. Hopefully it goes back to the retooling, reboot phase, and we can get something special in the future. I just think that, nothing's beyond redemption. It just really takes a lot of dedications and things like that. So hopefully we continue to see some movement from 343. I honestly hope that we see an amazing Halo Infinite launch. I fully, firmly believe that it will be, quote unquote, the biggest Halo and most played Halo at launch of any Halo game, and I'm looking forward to that. I think that everybody is probably a little tired of waiting for Halo, and I can't wait to see exactly what gets started. And again, this isn't a knock on 343 per se. This isn't really a thing where I'm hating on Halo. I want Halo to be great. I hope that this is something that can lead to some great things and the comeback of Halo, but I do think that we'll have to see what happens. With that being said, if you do enjoy my content, maybe consider liking the video, and at the very least, share it out, maybe tell a friend, and you can consider subscribing. I would be greatly appreciated. I will link this, of course, and you guys can have a fantastic day. Rack 'em up, fact 'em up, crap gamer 'em up. Crap Gamer out.